A very good morning, dear children. I welcome you all to today's session. Students, today we are going to start a new grammar topic. Can you guess what is it? Alright, shall I give you a hint? It is related to sentence. Yes, do you remember? We have covered kinds of sentences in the previous session. So let us see what do we have today. So children, today we have subject predicate. Now you must be wondering, what is this subject predicate? How is it related to a sentence? Dear students, actually every sentence has two parts, and that is subject and predicate. Let us have an example. You can see on your screen. I want a new car. The boy is speaking. I want a new car. Now in this sentence, dear children, the word I is our subject. And the words want a new car is actually our predicate. Now let us understand how do we identify which word is the subject and which word or words are predicate. So dear children, every complete sentence has two parts, subject and predicate. The subject is actually the who or what the sentence is about. That means, whom are you speaking about? Or what is your sentence about? The word which tells us this thing is our subject of the sentence. Now what happens to the next part? Yes, the next is the predicate. Predicate actually tells what the subject does. Or what are we talking about that subject? We will have it more clear with an example. So children, before we actually come to example, let us first understand the grammar part. Predicate is actually the combination of your verb and object. So subject is the doer or the person or who or what of your sentence. And the combination, the rest part of the sentence that contains your verb and your object together becomes your predicate. Alright? Let us see this example. The kids are eating lunch. So children, what is this sentence about? Who is this sentence about? Or I should ask you, who are eating lunch? Yes, the answer is so apparent. The kids. The kids are eating lunch. So we are talking about the kids in this sentence. And that is why these two words, the kids, become our subject. Alright? Now let us move to the predicate part of the sentence. Dear children, what are we getting information about the kids? Yes, you're right. The information is are eating lunch. So these three words are eating lunch. They are our predicate. Now if you recall, I have just shared with you that predicate is actually a combination of your verb and object. So verb here is are eating. And what is the object, students? Yes, the object is lunch. That's why we have the three words are eating lunch as our predicate part of the sentence. Alright? So next time whenever you see any sentence, just find out what is it about. The words which tell you the information, what is your sentence about, those words become your subject, and the words that give you the information, the detail of your subject, they become your predicate. Let us see more about it. So children, let us have some exercises to understand how our subject and predicate they differ in different sentences. We have the first question. Read the comic strip. Circle the subject in the sentences given below. One has been done for you. I'm sure you must be excited to see the comic strip. Yes, so am I. Let us see. Oh wow, this looks so pictorial. Yes, it actually tells us a story. Let us first enjoy our comic strip. Children, read it with me. Droppy was a tiny water droplet floating in an ocean. We can see in the picture a tiny droplet. Tiny means small. Very good. So, if I ask you, who was the tiny water droplet? What would you answer? You're right. Droppy. So, Droppy was a tiny water droplet. And what is Droppy doing? Yes, it is floating in an ocean. Now let us see what happens next. Droppy looked up and saw a cloud passing by. He too wanted to float in the sky. So now our droplet, the name is Droppy. So that Droppy looked up. And what did it see? Yes, it saw a cloud passing by. And then what did Droppy think? Droppy wanted to float in the sky. Then let us see what happens next. The sun was shining bright. Droppy began to feel very hot. Yes, we all feel hot when we see the sun. Next, Droppy suddenly started floating in the sky. He reached near a cloud. That is wonderful. Wow, I wish I could reach the sky. I could float on a cloud. Let us see what happens then. The other droplets waved at Droppy. So this is such a good way. All the droplets welcomed Droppy. This is great. Yes, we should always welcome others when we see them. Now, what happens? Let us see. Our Droppy, what is it doing? The cloud soon became very heavy. Droplets started falling down one by one. So, what is happening to our droplets, students? Yes, all the droplets, they started falling down. Droppy fell on the ground as a raindrop. Wow, so actually it is quite similar to the water cycle. Yes, Droppy reached the sky when the sun was shining. And then finally it fell on the ground as a raindrop. The children danced in the rain. I am sure all the children love to dance in the rain. Yes. So, how did you like this comic strip? Wonderful. I enjoyed it. And I hope you also have enjoyed it. Now let us see what were we supposed to do. Yes, dear children, we have to find our subjects from these comic strip. From each part, let us count the paragraphs. This is kind 1 leaf picture. This is second picture, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. So let us find out one by one our subjects from each picture. Are you ready? Yes, it's going to be fun. So we have our first picture. Droppy was a tiny water droplet floating in an ocean. Now children, you tell me, what are we talking about in this picture? Yes, we are talking about Droppy. And that is why Droppy is circled. We have to circle the subject. So this is already circled for you. Right? So the subject is Droppy. I have written it here as well so that it is clear to you. The subject is Droppy and we have to circle our subjects. Now let us see the second picture. Droppy looked up and saw a cloud passing by. Now what are we talking about in this sentence? Yes, we are again talking about Droppy. So the subject again is Droppy. He too wanted to float in the sky. Now, what are we talking? Yes, children, we are talking about he. The word he is our subject. So, children, you have to circle Droppy in the first sentence and then the word he in this sentence. Alright? Yes. Let us see our third picture. The sun was shining bright. So children, who was shining bright? You're right. The sun. So the subject in this line, in this sentence is the sun. Circle both the words. Droppy began to feel very hot. So children, who began to feel very hot? You're right, Droppy. So the subject in second sentence in this picture is Droppy. Let us see the next picture. Droppy suddenly started floating in the sky. He reached near a cloud. Now who started floating in the sky? You're right, Droppy. So Droppy is our subject. Circle the word Droppy. He reached near a cloud. Children, who reached near a cloud? Yes, the word he tells us who reached near a cloud. So he is my subject in this sentence. Circle the word he. Let us move to our next picture. The other droplets waved at Droppy. Now children, who waved at Droppy? The other droplets. So the other droplets, these three words, they are my subject. Now you must have noticed that subject can be of one word, can be two words, can be three words, can be 4, 5, it can be any number of words. Alright? And remember, predicate is the combination of verb and object. In this sentence, waved is the verb, at Droppy is my object. So the subject is the other droplets. You have to circle all these three words. Alright? Let us see the sixth picture. The cloud soon became very heavy. So children, what became heavy? You're right, the cloud. So the subject is the cloud. Droplets started falling down one by one. So what started falling? Yes, droplets. So these words, the cloud, droplets, circle them. They are your subjects. Alright? Children, while you are doing this exercise, remember to see the predicate as well. Understand what is predicate. In every sentence, the part of the sentence after the subject, the full part, that is your predicate. Okay? Now let us see seventh picture. Droppy fell on the ground as a raindrop. So who fell on the ground? The correct answer is Droppy. So the subject is Droppy in this sentence. Droppy, circle this word, fell on the ground as a raindrop. This last part of your sentence is your predicate. Okay, because that is the information which we are getting about our subject Droppy. Let us see the last picture of this comic strip. The children danced in the rain. So who danced in the rain? You're right, the children. So we will circle these two words, the children. This is our subject. And what information do we have about these two words? Yes, danced in the rain. So danced in the rain is our predicate. But we have to circle only the subjects. So we will circle the children. I hope this comic strip is clear to you. Yes, read it again. See the words that you have correctly circled, the words which are written below each picture on the slides. Let us see next. So children, we have the next question. Fill in the blanks with suitable subjects or predicates. Now it is a very good question. It will allow you to think various responses and you will be able to identify the subject as well as the predicate. Let us see number 1, Mahatma Gandhi. Now children, this is subject or the predicate? Yes, it is our subject. You can write anything related to Mahatma Gandhi. Like Mahatma Gandhi was a freedom fighter. We can complete this sentence with these words. Or Mahatma Gandhi is called as the father of nation. Mahatma Gandhi believed in truth and non-violence. Mahatma Gandhi was a great leader. So this way you can have Many predicates, many ways to complete this sentence. So try and make your response. B part, dash are flying in the sky. Now again children, are flying in the sky. This is predicate because it has verb and object. The verb is are flying and object is in the sky. Now again, think of various responses. Think of the options that can come as the subject part of the sentence. Can it be cartoons are flying in the sky? Maybe. The aeroplanes, the birds, many birds. So, you can write any response. You can think of any other response as well. Okay? Number C. In winter, dash. Now children, in winter, you have to complete the sentence. We wear woolen clothes. We eat hot foods. We sleep for so many hours. Right? We play with the snow. So you can write any response as per your choice. Let us see what I have written as answers for you. Mahatma Gandhi is called the father of the nation. Many birds are flying in the sky. When children you do these kind of things, please take care of your verb. Verb is are. So a plural verb is there. So subject has to be plural. Okay? You cannot write bird. That will be wrong. Alright? So whatever your answer should be, it should be plural subject. In winter, we wear woolen clothes. So this can be your sentence. Next. Delhi. Now Delhi is the subject. Complete the sentence in your way. Delhi is my hometown. Delhi is the capital of India. Delhi is a metro city. Think about your own answer. Dash of India is also called the tricolor. Now children, tell me what this is a fixed. What do we call tricolor? Yes, you all are right. The national flag. Okay? So this can have a single answer, the national flag. Next, Tom and Jerry show. Yes, it is so interesting. Tom and Jerry show is my favorite cartoon. Tom and Jerry show is liked by many people. Right? So this way you can have your own response. Let us see what I have brought as answers for you. Delhi is the capital of India. The national flag of India is also called the tricolor. Tom and Jerry show is my favorite cartoon. Students, it is just to give you an idea. Right? You can write your own answers as well. Next, dash closed the windows. Now what subject can be there? It can be my mother, my father, my friend, the teacher. Next, the stars are shining brightly. The stars twinkle at night. Alright? Dash is neighing. Now children, tell me who is neighing? Who neighs? Yes, the horse. Now the verb is singular. So subject has to be singular subject. Alright? The ships. Now again you can have any response. The ships are sailing in water. The ships are near the dock. The ships are big in size. Alright? Let us see what I have written as answers. My mother closed the windows. The stars are shining in the sky. The horse is neighing. The ships are means of water transport. So children, with this exercise, we come to the end of today's session. I hope you have learned well about subject and predicate. You can watch the video again, complete the exercises, tell your answers, and enjoy the learning. See you in the next session.